we need to be very mindful and separate. Differences are here to stay. Differences are not going anywhere because they are two major powers and they have their own objectives. And what compelled USA to come here? There are two or three things. Number one, they tried to build an alliance against China and ask the countries to decouple with China. It did not happen. Either the close alliance in Europe or other parts of the world. It did not happen. Why? So China is deeply engaged with them. Like Germany Chancellor visited China, and then the French President and a number of people visit them.
Second, the kind of Chinese role that we have seen in the rapprochement between Saudi Arabia and Iran, and also giving the 12 point proposal,
that is entirely
it's
different.
Increasing influence in the global
and that
politics.
is an entirely different aspect. Number two, de-dollarization debate. De-dollarization accelerated in the last few months. And you know, it has happened first time in the history, the world reserves are less than 50% in the dollar. That happened first time. And the share of the yuan is increasing. Third thing, China will never allow the American companies to play what they have played in other countries. Their system is entirely different from the other countries, so they will not find any opposition party to blame the government party so that they can fight with each other. Fourth thing, US government or the state does not have anything to offer to the world for the development. For example, they are the largest economy, but their companies are big, not the state government, not the government have the money. You look to the cupboard, they have to print the money. Now again they have to print the money. Now they have to raise the interest rate. Their government does not have the money. On contrary, Chinese state have the money. They have the big company, but state-owned enterprises, they are contributing 30 to 32%. So state has the money and strong, and the state can offer so many things like BRI, Belt and Road Initiative, Global Development Initiative, South-South Cooperation, number of other initiatives. So in this competition, China is way ahead. So I know China, and fourth thing, which USA always threatened to every country, the military power, the military might. Now China is far advanced than any country in the world in artificial intelligence based warfare, and they have the missiles which are the gravity based, not the you're going to cruise missile or something like that. Gravity based means they will not be detected from it is coming. It will go, they will break the greatest up here, it will break that gravity and it can come from any side, and no shield, defense shield can work against those missiles. That is one example. So USA has learned this cannot be happen, and this time if there would be war, it will come to the US. Not only it's been fought in far part of the world, so they cannot win. In all the simulation they did at CIA or a Pentagon and other things, Rent Corporation, they did everything, but they found that they cannot defeat China. So what they are learning, let's try to make some compromises and wait for the time to strike back. That's my feeling. And
what I understand from your take is it's the Chinese supremacy, and there was a little bit of miscalculation on the part of US officials, and now finally they have realized and to come into negotiations with China.
Not supremacy, Chinese engagement with the world. So that is so deep rooted now. You find 152 countries are a member of the Belt and Road Initiative. You find more than 100 countries, China is the biggest trade partner. You find Global Development Initiative, they are offering the world so many other things.
If the US has realized that it can't defeat China, so that necessarily leads us to understand there is an element of supremacy. As you already mentioned, that China supersedes the US when it comes to artificial intelligence based warfare.
That is another topic to talk about what they have for the supremacy. But their mentality is that they are not looking for the supremacy. They are looking for the partnership and the cooperation so we can coexist peacefully. But we have to see, as I mentioned earlier, it's a military industrial complex of China, USA, which is dictating the terms.